This time on the Driver's Corner, we're taking the 911 up to Kentucky to get it dustless blasted. Stay tuned. All right, so it's Cars and Coffee, so I'm gonna take a quick stop off here before we head up to Kentucky. I mean, I can. It's kind of the only way you do it.
You watching Robbie? See if it so much pain.
So after having the car blasted, I am not shocked by what we found. There are some areas of Swiss cheese, I guess, but overall, the car is not worse than I thought it was gonna be, so I'm very, very excited about that. With the money that I spent to get this thing down to bare metal, I don't think I could be possibly happier. I had a guy that I found off of Facebook. He did it, and it was $600. I did have to drive the car to him. We're about an hour away. I have to do the rocker on this side. So the bottom of that front fender is pretty weak. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to salvage this fender or not. And the bottom of this rocker was a little bit worse than I was expecting. The driver's side is better than I was expecting, which is kind of weird. And then I did find some other little bad areas here by the A-pillar. So like these are areas that I knew were gonna be pretty rough. And so I do have replacement panels to install here to make sure those lines are crisp. This fender is just a little bit worse than I was expecting it to be. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to save this one or not. This one's pretty clean, other than it did have a dent that was obviously covered by some filler. Just so you guys know, this is what the dustless blasting, it's not a tidy process. There is, I guess it's glass media. There is glass media everywhere. Like that's a pile of it. So once this all dries out, I am going to be vacuuming and vacuuming and vacuuming for a very long time. But the great thing about that is I am now down to bare metal pretty much everywhere I needed to be. And we did a little bit inside the engine bay, not a ton, but I did get that cleaned up. This pitting, I was worried was gonna go all the way through, but it doesn't. So I think I can clean that up quite a bit. And then I will have to use filler on these fenders to get them smooth. But overall, I don't think I could be too much happier with what I started with. And this just saved me so much time on the sanding that I was gonna have to do to get this car into a reasonable shape. So you can see I got lots of little creases and dings and dents. This door was a replacement door. My other door was worse. I'm so excited to have this car down to this level. So the other thing that just interesting, in case you guys didn't know, is they spray it down. In the video, you saw them kind of spraying it down with a hose at one point. Well, they put a rust inhibitor on there that as long as you have it in your garage, it pretty much stops it from flash rusting. So I don't really have to worry about primer on this at this point. I did buy an epoxy primer to coat it with, but the technician told me that I did not have to do it right away. So I'm not going to. I'm gonna leave it like this and start doing my metal work. And then I will prime as I disturb the finish that they put on there. A lot of cleanup to do, but not nearly as much as trying to strip all that paint off. Again, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you on the next video.